Hi, this is Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. And in these YouTube videos, what we're going to do and what we're doing is we are reading actual messages to our counselors, word for word, so you can identify with the parts that have meaning for you. And then instead of the counselor's response, I'm going to give you my response. So this is a channel you'll want to tune into. You'll want to let's get started. I haven't seen on your website any direct instruction or advice dealing with when your husband says he is not attracted to you anymore. And some of our videos do address this. Of course, there's a lot of context to this. He never said a word before, though. He said it's been building for years. Let me reread that. I don't know if I messed that up. He never said a word before, though he said it's been building for years. We had a child 3 years ago. I've gained a good deal of weight, but I am losing it now. He didn't bring it up in a loving / worried about my health sort of way, but instead in a this just isn't working sort of way. I think he sees marriage commitment differently than I do. It completely sideswiped me, and I don't know what to do. I never in a million years would have thought he'd try to end our marriage, and especially like this. I told him I love him with all my heart and want this to last. I'm heartbroken for our child's sake too. Your website has warned me that counseling would just be a death knell, though I'm thinking about making an appointment with my priest, who counseled us pre-marriage and performed the marriage ceremony. Though I'm trying, I question how I can be unconditionally unselfish and loving with my husband without being a doormat and losing all self-worth because it's humiliating that he clearly thinks I'm fat and unattractive. Any advice would be helpful. Also, please keep this confidential. Of course. I received a question that's irrelevant. Okay, so here we go, and you should leave comment too, but I suggest you wait until I have a go at this so you can understand how someone who's met with so many people and has a deep understanding of how people manipulate things and what's really going on, then leave your comment, okay? So some people love to go, oh my God, you know, you're so harsh and you have no right, you don't understand. And I do understand. I've been doing this for a very long time. And I used to be a divorce mediator. So all of my clients back then, it's over 20 years ago, came from marriage counseling. If they were to go to a marriage counselor right now, they would be talking about things like why she's stressed, why she can't lose weight, why he would see his wife that way. Basically all surface stuff. Let's begin at the beginning of their marriage. Okay? Because I'll tell you right now, I'm inclined to believe that their marriage has been going downhill for a really long time. In fact, I would be willing to wager that she decided to have a child, how do I say this, to hide the fact that their marriage was not doing well. And that she hoped having a child, and I've met with a lot of women, and they've been honest with me, they've been candid. And I've had women say to me, well, even if the marriage ends, at least I'll have a baby. Yeah. So I'm willing to wager that that's a real strong possibility. But let's go back to why her husband married her, because right now he's kind of a creep in her eyes. I got to tell you, I think he's a creep too, but it's not because he's a creep, it's because he doesn't know any better. We're not taught anything in school. By the way, subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and do that now, because you're going to be learning about marriage in a whole different context than what the world is generally teaching you. We get married because we're human beings and we have a true need. And forget Maslow. We have a true need for love. Love. Not expressions of love, but love. We need to experience, and I'm talking about that love that overwhelms the mind. The mind cannot wrap around it. It is tangible. Can't sense it, but it's very tangible. And that's the love that as a human being we crave. We have to have it. I'll go further than that. Love to the soul is like water and air to the body. It's a gotta have. And we don't learn how to experience that love. But we have in the recesses of our subconscious mind a desire to get married in order to have that. We know that's a safe space within which you can express unconditional love without any fear. Not so much nowadays, is it? But any fear of being embarrassed or exposed. You can express unconditional love, but we're not taught that. So we get married and we have all of these superficial components, and clearly they never connected at the level of the heart in a substantial way that would be ongoing. How do I know that? Look, if you've ever seen these photographs of Holocaust victims walking to their death, older men and women holding each other's hands, you could feel the love between them. They're facing unbelievable hardship. They're facing death. And they're happy. They have that love. You see stories all the time of people, soldiers who go off to battle, they lose their legs, they come home, their wives don't abandon them at all. They're still tight. There's that love. He's not distancing himself from her because she got fat. He's distancing himself from her because that love is not there. And that's why he married her. And everything she has done till now, including now, is superficial. If she would learn to open up her heart to him, even at this late stage, if she would learn how to open up her heart, he would be sucked in like a moth to a flame. Now, if she pretends and acts and says things, it won't work. This love I'm talking about has to be real, sincere, deep. It's a connection that only the two of them can enjoy in their marriage. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. We are not taught these things. This is why I'm saying you need to subscribe to this channel. You need to go to our website. Listen to the podcast we now have. You need to discover marriage anew, like I did. I was a divorce mediator. I saw that Western psychological approaches, marriage counseling, simply doesn't work. And I found that which will work. And that's what you need to find, and I can show it to you. Go to our website, themarriagefoundation.org. Now, unfortunately, this email is many, many, many years old. We've been doing this for a very long time. I don't know if she got the woman's course. If she did, she would have saved her marriage if she was sincere. It doesn't take much sincerity. And over the years, we've refined the course a little bit. We've seen where we could have communicated things a little better, and we have. So now, most people, way most, not 55%, 95%, their marriages are saved. So we don't want to get into the details that she prevents as a backstory because it's a distraction. If you want that, then go to marriage counseling. They'll be happy to take your money and listen to you talk about your childhood, your siblings, your other experiences with men and with women. They're happy to do that. I'm not. I'm happy with you working on something that is efficient, efficacious, and brings you to the goal of goals as a human being. Happiness, bliss, marital bliss, through the vehicle of learning how to love unconditionally. This is true. It's all true. Now you can make a comment. Now you can call me names if you want, or you could get smart and realize that this isn't about me. This is about the discoveries that I have made to help marriages and yours too. But let me know if you like this approach of reading other people's problems. Yours will never be read because these go way, way back. This is not something I could have started back then because I don't want to risk people being embarrassed or exposed. That's not our deal here. We're here to help you. So listen in again, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for spending time with me. Take care.